Welcome back to Creep TV. You know, I've been actually getting really excited with Creep TV stuff. It feels like walking into a classroom and you like see the TV stand. You're like, oh, yo, today we don't have to read. We get to just watch stuff.
But that's bold coming from you. You saying that you don't have to read. I think like 90% of the reading.
Okay,
on Creepcast
man.
is me,
I still have
so
to be one of the helpless students following along in case they get called on randomly. I have that
There
kind
you
of
go.
shiver down my spine. Which today we're talking about Midwest Angelica. I came across this. I forgot when I messaged you about this, but I was like, hey, this is really sick. But it's just a analog horror series on YouTube. By the channel Midwest Angelica, and they have a little description I thought was kind of fun. At the top it says, in the year 1999, a corpse descends from the cosmos right into your backyard. I thought that was kind of fun.
Midwest Angelica has been interesting to me. So like I'm sure as most people who follow my stuff knows, I like cover a ton of this kind of like analog horror, you know, YouTube creepy stuff, whatever. But Midwest Angelica is one of the few series I know nothing about. Like obviously, I feel like all the big ones I know, except Midwest Angelica. People have recommended it. A lot of people have asked for it. So yeah, it's a good suggestion because I'm going into it blind. There's not a lot of times I get to do that on this show, especially Creep TV, considering that's like my job, right? But yeah, I'm excited to actually view something new. It has been highly recommended. It's probably been recommended more in my live streams and things like that than really any other analog horror series as far as I can think of. That and maybe Channel 8, but that's all I could, or Vintage 8, but that's all I can think of.
I was going to say, I was even looking on on the subreddit, the analog horror subreddit thing. This really doesn't get there. It's on people make tier lists on there all the fucking time.
Yeah.
On the analog horror of like what's good, and I see it on there, but really it's more. It seems like people are really like, they talk a lot about like urban spooks, and they talk about that kind of stuff. And I still wonder how under the radar this is, because looking at it now, it came out about 2 years ago, and it's still going today, obviously. But in terms of like analog horror stuff, it's not super new, but it's not like a legacy kind of project, I guess, on YouTube and stuff like that. So I'm curious to see how it follows. I just know that I've only seen the first episode of this, and it fucking rules, and I'm very, very excited to dive into all of it today.
So I actually haven't seen any of it, but I agree with you that like people talk about it highly. It doesn't get that many views, but everyone who has seen it is trying to get everyone else to watch it, which is a pretty good sign. Except for now. So I'm excited to try to get more eyes on it. Hopefully more people will check it out after this. Of course, link to it will be in the description. Also, you briefly mentioned Urban Spook. Are you familiar with that series at all?
No, so I had seen. I mostly started just seeing it off of that subreddit, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. I'll look at this. And I was looking at. I didn't look at any of the videos. I just looked at the thumbnails, and I was like, oh, this is kind of interesting. And then you said that you talked about it, or that you've made a video on it as well.
I did.
So, because I had pitched that today. But since he's already done a video on it, which I know you did a video on Greylock too, but let's try to space it out and see if we can't watch something that we both haven't seen. And I think Midwest Angelica is going to be a fun ride.
I think so. We'll have to watch Urban Spook sometime. You'll love it.
I'm stoked. I want to see it. I love watching all of it. Also, I watched Long Legs last night.
Oh, I'm going to see that tonight. Don't say anything, but was it good?
Do you want me to give you my opinion, or do you me just wait?
Just like how good you think it was, nothing specific.
Just out of a rating?
Yeah.
6 out of 10.
Really?
6 out of 10.
That's kind of sad.
That's what I say.
That's kind of sad.
In terms of, you have to look at this stuff too. I always tell people, if you gave a movie a 5 out of 10, I don't think it applies the same way as, I don't know, School Papers. To me, a 5 out of 10 is like very average. It's a very middle of the road film, right? So to me, a 6 out of 10 is like, it was fine. It's a little bit, I thought, it had its good qualities, whatever. I'm not going to go into it anymore, but I'm just saying, like, it's not like it's the best fucking thing I've ever seen, but it's not like it was bad.
Okay. All right.
Whatever.
I've been staying away from the hype because everyone's like, it's the greatest thing that's ever.
Yeah,
blah, blah, blah.
no, I do think the marketing for it was extremely brilliant. But I think
the marketing's great. Man, talk about a good campaign.
Yeah, no, it was very, very good. And like I said, I think that, like, I don't think you'll go into it and be like, oh, that was, what the hell even was that? I don't think it's going to be that, but I'm just curious. I'm curious to hear what you say.
Okay.
I could be wrong. You could be like, it was the best thing I've ever seen in my life. Who knows?
Well, I hope it is, and I hope you're just wrong. That's
Okay, well, that's fine too. I enjoyed
All right,
it
so
thoroughly.
Midwest Angelica. I'm already excited. I'm just looking at some of the episode titles, and I'm seeing a lot of biblical references. Babylon, Azazel. This is all up my alley, so I'm excited. But without further ado, are you ready to begin with Call Now?
Oh, I'm ready.
The thing you always do with these is you always check the description, right? Because descriptions almost always have something going on, right?
I had no idea. See, I saw you doing that last time. Do people like throw little clues into the descriptions all the time? I'm a mindless ape, and I'm like, click. Don't read anything.
So the place they hide messages is the description and the closed captions.
Okay.
It says Midwest Angelica 000. The tape was discovered at the Oklahoma Cherokee site. It is believed that the footage, which depicts an advertisement on KMTV Channel 3, was recorded sometime between October 31st of 1991 and January the 1st of 1992. The product depicted in the advertisement, a film titled Midwest Angelica, has yet to be recovered. So,
Okay.
here we go. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's go.
1999. A corpse descends from the cosmos right into your backyard.
Hell
The
yeah.
ultimate in science fiction. An alien thriller.
I'm already
A threat unlike any other. This is the Midwest Angelica.
Let's go.
Dude,
the music,
that
the
fucking
vibe.
music is so hype. What the
Let's
fuck?
go.
A twister of biblical proportions. Don't hesitate.
Dude, I'm
This
popping my
is your
pussy right now.
chance. Call within the next 50.
Dude, I wish this shit was real. I wish there was a tape.
There might be.
I wish there
There
was
might
a
be.
tape, man.
Mandela Catalog has a physical tape you can get. So,
Okay,
I mean,
well,
it
I'm down for
might.
that.
It might be out there.
So yeah, little.
Alright.
It was, and I like the little like just that being your channel trailer. That's fun.
Yeah, yeah. There was, for one, the music went hard, as discussed, but did you see this thing?
Yeah, the arm.
Yeah, the arm, okay.
I just want to say I love
That's so cool.
the grain too, with that kind of like chrome sunset or yeah, basically like a little sunset kind of thing. Such a
Plus,
sick
there's like the constant fuzz, like the really loud, like, the
yeah.
audio mess up. Yeah.
It's like
Feels
it's like
very
the
authentic.
audio gain is really up high. It's like nice deal. Which that tentacle did look very Lovecraftian.
Thank you. There we go. There's the first part of the bingo card.
Thank
Oh,
you.
look, I'm
Bingo it
holding-
up.
I'm
Bingo it
holding
up,
something
bitch.
up to the camera. Anyway. Well, aesthetically, I'm already in.
Yeah, I mean,
Obviously, not a lot to go off of story-wise yet, but man, what a setup.
Well, we know that it's about an alien of some kind
Right.
dropping into Earth. But I tell you what, like I said, dude. I mean, my little clam burger was slapping together, dancing. I was popping it out there.
I was
dude.
into that one. That went hard.
Oh, dude.
That was so good.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm already sold. I'm already into it. So let's just get into the next one. All right,
Oh.
already a lot. Let's read the description first. So,
Okay.
It is believed that the tape was created from sometime between April and July of 1999. However, the tape depicts footage originating as early back as 1985. It is thought that the tape was used internally at home and NASA for assessment of the circumstances surrounding AZ-001. The tape was discovered within the Grand Forks and Technical College rubble. Oh, okay. That's not good.
No.
So home, whatever home is, which I think we're going to find out here, and NASA used this surrounding something called the AZ-001, and it was found in the rubble of Grand Forks Technical College. Okay, interesting.
The following presentation is property of home and is not to be distributed.
By the way, Alex Kister, the creator of the Mandela Catalog, commented on this video and said, "These are the best, most authentic visuals I've ever seen in analog horror. It's criminal that this doesn't have more attention." So that's mighty high praise
We got
for this episode we're about to watch.
mighty high praise.
That's mighty fine attention if I do say so
if I
myself.
do say so
boy.
myself.
If I do possibly present myself as such.
Around April of this year, we picked up an anomalous biosignature around Jupiter's orbit. The object, which we've codenamed AZ-001, appears to be 66.3 kilometers in diameter. We still need more data to prove if life is indeed thriving on this object.
Can I say how American brain here? How big is 66 kilometers?
It's like 40 miles, I think.
So the AZ-001 is 40 miles long. It's that big.
Yeah, maybe like 35, somewhere around there.
35 to
big.
40 miles. That's crazy. So it's a giant, like literally Jack and the Beanstalk fucking giant floating around in space.
Bigger than that. I mean, visualize in your head something 44 miles from you.
I guess that's true. That's huge. Yeah.
That's how tall it is, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
All biosignature scans taken between June and September of 1985.
It's 41 miles, to be exact.
41 miles.
Yep.
I'm just writing this down.
Man, that's big. No wonder this thing like made an impact. I wonder if it's supposed to be wormwood or something.
If it's supposed to be what?
Wormwood. It's this in the Book of Revelations. It talks about a meteor that will hit the Earth, and it describes it says its name is wormwood.
That's not a very fun name for a fucking doomsday asteroid. Wormwood.
It's there's significance with the name related to Old Testament prophecy and stuff like that. Like it's very, very biblical, you know.
I see. Well, yeah. I just wouldn't mind, like, I don't know, Titan. Something weird like that, right?
Sure, yeah. You know what? You take it up with God.
Yeah, I will. I'm going to shake my fist at the sky. I'm going to say, "Get better names, you son of a bitch," is what I'm going to say outside.
We believe that it will reach the vicinity of Earth's orbit by the year 1999.
Don't like that.
No.
Made the decision to form a group known as the Division of Heavenly Operation and Material Exam. I have been chosen as one of the lead positions in home.
It's almost strange to say this, but the object seems to be emanating massive, detectable brainwaves. We have detected the presence of delta waves here at home, HQ, which are the same sort of waves generated during deep sleep in humans.
That's so sick.
Currently in the process of attempting to code these waves to gather more information regarding AZ-001 and its potential effects.
The effects for this are great as well, by the way. Like, I know a lot of it's like stock footage or whatever, but like the graphs of like brainwaves and stuff like that look so convincing.
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah. I like all the stock footage too. Super fun.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Go ahead and say it. What does that look like?
It looks Lovecraftian. It does. But I will say that's so fun.
Say the thing.
This is so fucking sick.
It is.
AZ-001 Alpha. Uh-oh. Old boy's coming in hot. Look at him. Lord have mercy!
He is cooking.
Good Lord, slow that boy down!
You gotta put some brakes on that kid.
Wait, is he gonna land in Newport, Nebraska? Is that why they set the deal up there? Or that's Oklahoma? Nice.
This could have been like recorded in like I know a lot of guys will do stuff in like edited like Arma lobbies or something like that, or maybe like if this is like fully CG, it could be like a Blender thing. So
yeah, I mean, I know Kane does all of Blender and stuff, which it still amazes me how people can make this 3D stuff. And I know that they use the analog aspect of it to hide all of the
imperfections. And
yeah,
stuff
exactly.
Like that, yeah.
This looks real. This looks like you could just record this in your backyard kind of thing. What the hell is that? Now, I wouldn't touch that if I were you. Looks like a giant finger. Uh-oh. Yeah! No! All right, that is the end of the tape.
Man, how hard does that go? His face melting.
Yeah, the guy sitting there with a fucking flame tube. Doesn't even look like a flamethrower. He's just like, I'm gonna go ahead and burn this, all right? I love the alien aspect of it. I said, the evangelical. Am I saying that right? Evangelical?
Evangelical.
Evangelical.
Well, evangelical's like religion. Do you mean angelic?
No.
you're looking for?
I guess I was saying like the religious aspect to the sci-fi.
Oh yeah,
to this
the
thing.
biblical.
It's just
touch of it. Yeah.
The religious kind of weird thing of them labeling, which A001 is this giant structure, and then a chunk of it, which is A001 Alpha, breaks off and lands into Earth's crust, and it's just basically this weird, like, squid finger-looking thing. And then now it's obviously killed people, so I'm curious to see.
It looks like people that come into contact with it get like almost like a fungus, like it grows over them, because that guy, it was like he was melting out of his helmet,
Yeah,
but then it crawled out of the helmet after it came off.
Yeah.
So it's like a possessor thing, almost.
That's what it feels like. Next video up
cool.
is Attention.
Attention. Would you like me to go ahead and read the description?
You want to read I can read. Do you want me to read it, or do you want to read it?
If you want to read, you go right ahead.
Yeah, let me read. I'll read the description this time, because I like doing a nice little description read. Midwest Angelica 001 bracket S. The footage is believed to have been recorded sometime in 1995. No known records of any pesticide tests were found to have taken place in the area shown that year. Interesting.
Okay. Whatever that means.
Also, I kind of like that they're kind of going back and forth in time. So we ended in 1999 when it actually landed. So I'm guessing that now we're going to have some stuff where it's probably going to be, it's going to keep time jumping. You know what I mean? Probably from 1985 up till 1999. We're going to keep going through there of how they were trying to handle this issue.
Yeah, I think so.
If you or a loved one are living in any of the counties shown on your screen, you're encouraged to consult your doctor or call the toll-free number below for a free evaluation today. Tests of an experimental pesticide containing ingredients linked to insomnia, somnambulism, strange or uncomfortable dreams, and general sleep problems have
All from a pesticide.
1-800-555-4663.
So that's the end of it. So what's kind of interesting is it's interesting that they said that no known pesticides are actually known to have been occurred that year. So whatever kind of announcement that was, it was either not legit or it was just swept under the rug.
I think it's clearly not pesticide. I think some organization, probably Home, knows of something that was going down in 95, again, likely related to the, the thing, the the giant body in the sky.
The giant man. Next, we have Starfield, and the description reads, little is known about Starfield Ranch other than what is shown in the footage. Files containing information about the Jones family were recovered from Home HQ alongside the tape itself, which seems to have been annotated by Home. The files also state that it is unknown how the camera continued to operate long after its battery should have been depleted. Ooh.
Interesting.
Okay, so also, nice. It looks like the date reads here 1/16/1999. So
this would have been when the chunk hit the Earth.
This is when A001 Alpha hit Earth.
Yes. Yeah.
Colin, grab Max. I'm going to get the rifle.
What happened to Rocky?
I don't know.
He's probably fine. I'm sure Rocky's okay.
What happened to Rocky?
Where's Rocky?
Don't worry about it.
Rocky? Is that you, Rocky?
I also love that these are probably two very young people. I like how the dad's like almost in borderline skinny jeans.
Yeah, the dad's like maybe not 19.
Yeah. Well, boy, I went to Pac Sun and I got myself a pair of jeans. Don't worry about it.
Like any father would, of course, naturally.
What happened to Rocky?
I don't know.
What happened to Rocky? Also, 4:44 a.m. That's fun. There's a like these old urban legends. For one, 444 is an angel number, so that has significance. But also, there's all these little urban legends online. Don't turn on any electronics at 4:44, or else something will happen. Whatever. Just a fun time to set it up.
One. Rocky? Uh-oh. Rocky, you're sounding kind of funny over there, buddy. Come here, Rocky. Oh, shit.
Rocky?
You see that? You see that
I
at the end?
did, yeah. That's cool. Go back to that. Trev,
What the fuck was that?
He's just feeling a little strange today. He must have ate some bad chicken. Haha.
Several minutes of footage are too degraded to view. Only a select few frames are discernible.
Yeah, it's him getting absolutely jumped by Rocky.
There you go.
Yep. Yo.
No!
Rocky, no! Yo, that's so cool. The deer.
That is
It's
sick.
like coming out of a deer to other deer. That's dope.
Is that a
looking.
deer or is
I
that the
love
dog? Or
I think
I
if
see
you
the
go-
deer in the background, but I see, it looks like it's coming out of Rocky.
Okay, so the previous one looked like a deer. Well, no, that kind of is a dog. You're
This is a
right.
dog,
I guess I
yeah.
need to know what Rocky looks like. Okay.
I see the deer's like doing a little drive-by. It's like, what the fuck is that? Like, running by.
There's no protocol for this.
Yeah, what the hell? Or maybe it was a deer and it's infecting all of the animals in the forest, maybe?
Yeah. Gunshots are audible. I could imagine.
Rocky!
Rocky, no!
Rocky, stop! Well. Kind of almost looked like the dad was getting a little freaky with the squid, though, huh?
yeah, he had his hand up in
just
the
a
air.
little bit. He's like, God, what are you doing to me now? Oh, son, get inside. Rocky's, he's not feeling well.
Son, you need to go tell your mom not to come outside. I'm going to be busy with Rocky for a little while.
Son, go inside and get my jar of molasses and honey. Quick, go. Your daddy
Get the
needs
butter.
it. Avery Jones is assimilated. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, it impregnated me. Son, you're going to be about to have a new brother or sister from your pop here.
Avery Jones is now pregnant.
Yeah!
Yo! Go back. I want to look at it.
I love that little hand. That's
Let's
probably
go.
that's probably a practical prop.
That had to be. Yeah,
Look
yeah,
at that
yeah.
light coming up from the ground up, though.
You have to press play. Yo!
That's so sick. That's your brother's hand.
Let's go.
All
Let
right.
me come meet your new brother.
Now, Avery, don't worry. This is your son. This is your brother's new hand. Don't worry about it.
Hey, look, we're going to raise him Christian.
Come over
As
here
we
and touch
should.
your brother. Give him a nice handshake.
Mom?
Uh-oh.
Mom?
Nice.
Infection.
Nice. Let's go. I love the thing. Give me that like bioplague.
So here it almost looks like, so obvious,
Put it in
that's
my
a cow.
blood.
Nice.
Yeah. Put it in my blood.
Oh, don't go down the septic tank, boy. Uh-oh.
He's having a new brother, too. Yes! Yes! Yes!
Family.
Oh.
Nice. So that's the end of it. So it looks like it's
so good.
that is really, really
So
fun.
good.
I like how it's
Oh.
infecting the area too. Like it's like
it's like the air's like plagued looking.
yeah, exactly. The air looks like plagued looking. It looks like all red, almost like every bit of life or vegetation is even starting to be corrupted by it.
It's like a spore almost.
I fucking covered this SCP and it kind of reminds me of that. It was the hold on a second, let me see.
The Flesh That Hates.
Yeah, exactly.
610, I think.
Yeah, the flesh that hates. It kind of reminds me
That's
of that.
how autistic I am. You said it's kind of like a flesh, and I'm like, oh, 610, the flesh that ate, clearly.
610? Yeah, no, I know that one.
Yeah,
Well, boy,
I know.
sometimes you have relations with a dog, and you end up getting a brother. Now, come in here and meet your brother.
Sometimes you just got. Sometimes the dog's acting kind of funky, and you gotta know it in the biblical way. If you hear what I'm saying, boy.
Peanut butter is in the Bible. Okay, I'm not gonna go any further than that. The next one is called Starkill. Okay.
I'm just imagining like. Never mind. I can't.
Yeah, nah.
I can't say what I'm thinking.
Nah, I'm good.
Yeah, let's go Starkill.
Right,
yeah,
Starkill.
That's good. The tape was discovered inside a barricaded examination room in the abandoned Red Oaks Veterinary Clinic. Ooh. Despite its alleged nature, the contagion shown in the video has yet to be discovered in any form. Great. So this is my wife dying. That's cool.
Yeah. This is my puppy dying.
The material property of the Home Xenobiology Research Group.
Oh, clearance level
Xenobiology
3 required now. The
Let's
first,
go.
I don't know if you noticed, but the
It was
I think
level
the first
1.
couple were all level 1.
Yeah.
this is-
Xenobiology.
Yeah, a little xenobiology. Hold on a second. Those were some big words.
They were both Canis, I think.
Samples of the contagion injected into Autocoleus virginianus, looks like a vagina anus, and Canis latrans, whatever, specimens to continue to induce.
What was
minimal-
okay? So the Canis is a dog. What was the first word? I'm not on that screen. What was the first word of the first animal? Not the vagina part. The other
Autocoleus. Auto ADOCOILEUS.
Okay, it is a deer. Okay,
It's a what?
it's
a
a
deer.
deer.
Okay.
Okay. Specifically, the white-tailed deer. It does look exactly like it says virgin anus.
Doesn't it look like vagina anus?
I think what it is it's Virginia Nuss. Probably because they name it off of like where it was discovered. Stuff like that.
Virginius.
So it's probably Virginia. Yeah, Virginius.
This
right?
is the
But it
worst
looks like
case
it
of.
says
This is the
Virginius.
stinkiest and worst case of a vagina anus I've ever seen in a deer or dog. God help us.
Okay, let's go back to the biblical
I'm really,
monster stuff.
really tickling myself with that one.
I can see that. 200 milliseconds.
God damn. That's pretty quick.
It is working fast.
Could you give me 1 full second? God damn.
Let me enjoy it a little bit. I want to feel some of it.
Previous results
I
combined with
can't
recent
wait for the
findings-
holy transfiguration of my body to the corruption of this vile alien intruder to lift me to new heights of euphoria and joy, henceforth unseen.
That's what I want, dude. Well, did you see the infection? It has some level of intelligence.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
fucking. That's a bit nutty, huh?
It's a bit creepy.
Nutty Professor, little Professor Clump. Codename and designation Starkill. Sick.
What a cool name.
Sick.
What a cool name.
Yeah, whoever's working for this military company needs to have a raise with their graphic design people.
What are we calling the super pathogen that in half a second transforms the body? Starkill.
Starkill.
The footage of the tape documents an event believed to have irreparably impeded Holmes' ability to safely study AZ-001. The tape was found inside an underground bunker 12 miles west of Lincoln, Nebraska. One wall within the bunker was painted with a logo similar but not identical to the logo used by Holmes. Interesting. So this is going to be like a containment breach of it, so to speak. It doesn't look like they have control of it at all at any point in this.
I doubt. I mean, how could you? You know, it's going to be some kind of severe measure where I feel like a lot of innocent people are going to get affected. It's usually how it happens. Kind of like, I guess it's like a little bit like Raccoon City style, where they're just, I feel like the end result's
that's kind
like,
of what
we're going to just like bomb this place. All right, we ready?
I mean, what else are you going to do? But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, what could you do?
Okay.
Epilepsy warning.
Just for sample collection. On it. Marking area over.
Somebody give this boy a cough drop, huh?
This is so cool.
Alpha chunk.
It's so cool.
I'm so curious to see what is the actual alien. Oh, wow. They're like actually right up on it now. What the fuck?
Yo.
I don't think I'd get that close.
I think I'd be a bit more suited up than just like a COVID mask. Director returns to psychological contamination lab at Home HQ. These are so cool. I need more. Now this is fun.
I like this weird, like, just like a little recreation, like of how a turn of events happen.
It's like how they describe murder scenes almost, you know?
Yeah.
Like the suspect was in this room, walked to this room.
So he went to the sample, and then he container to refill the water cooler, believed to have taken longer than normal to obtain. Uh-oh. So part of me thinks that Dr. Evans is already infected.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you heard him coughing. I assume that was him.
He was there.
Yeah, I don't trust that guy.
At least 2 cups of water. Here, Dr. O'Connor, have a glass of water, you fucking idiot.
Hey, I brought you some water. Thought you might have wanted a cup.
Thanks, Andrew. Were you able to get the results you wanted?
Fortunately, much of the alpha chunk was too necrotic to really get any good data and sample from it. Likely have to find some alpha chunks connected to the main body of AZ-001.
Sorry to hear that. I think I might be able to get you the new data you want once you figure it out. So I'll have to get back to you tomorrow.
That's alright. We can discuss more about it tomorrow after the meeting.
Kind of sounds like Alex Kister. Oh. Unusual.
Yeah, someone's like, looking.
I also, when I'm alone, just start cracking my bones and like.
I take my scoliosis, I bend my spine, and I retreat on myself like a human insect. That's what I also that's just
like
normal alone behavior though. So I don't.
Of course,
it's not that weird. It's like.
Also, staring at that symbol, the home symbol, I'm almost positive that's a Nordic rune. I'm going to.
Does it? I thought it looked like 3 4s. Doesn't it?
It could also be that, I suppose.
Could be a Nordic
3
rune.
4s. It looks like 2 4s stacked on each other.
Kind of, yeah, it does.
Kind of, yeah. He's in there straight up jerking it. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Let's go. Good on whoever saw Evans being kind of weird and was like, nope,
yeah,
absolutely not. Yep.
I like how the real turn of events was probably Evans just like cracking his back, and someone's like, "Freak!" and they shot him in the back of the head. Oh, hell yeah.
Man, let's go.
This is like some Doom type shit, dude.
Yep.
Oh, whoa, look inside of his body. It's totally...
He's gone, yeah. It's like filled out all of his insides.
Wonder
They need to kill that guy.
Wonder if he's also infected then.
Oh yeah, he gave him the water. Right.
Interesting. One thing I want to say too, stylistically with this that I really like is, I like that the renders aren't like hyper realistic. They almost look like PS2 graphics.
Mm-hmm.
And just aesthetically, I really enjoy that.
Man, this goes so hard. What was that cross? What was that supposed to be on the ground?
Well, that's why I didn't know, because they're like, it's like a
autopsy, right?
It's like an autopsy thing, but it makes it look like, oh, okay, so they're doing like some weird. Well, that's what I'm wondering is, are you starting to cross the scientific with the spiritual now? And that's like their regular, oh, this is our autopsy room, but it's like some weird religious, iconography type stuff in there. Like how Doom-esque are we getting here? Because now you have like the Thing, and now you're starting to mix in some like Doom type stuff.
Look, I'm whatever they want to do to me, whatever they want to do with my body, I fully consent.
I fully consent.
We have to hold on. You're getting carried away. Got to read the description. Got to know the rules of these things.
I'm sorry.
The broadcast shown was believed to have aired sometime during the week of January 25th, 1999. Okay, so this is around the same time. The tape was found alongside another cassette in the collapsed remains of a house in Stewart, Nebraska. A lot of collapsed houses and colleges.
A lot of collapsed buildings. A lot of collapsed structures. The Long Pine Midwest Church invites you to their weekly service on Sunday, January 31st from 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. The service will also be televised on this channel for those unable to attend in person. I have a sneaking suspicion that something's going to go on in that church.
No, never. That wouldn't happen.
The Long Pine Midwest Church would also like to extend their gratitude to the following individuals for volunteering to assist in the weekend service.
It's going to be that guy. O'Connor.
You think it's going to be Evans or O'Connor? Yeah.
No,
O'Connor.
Evans got shot. Yeah.
O'Connor, Dr. O'Connor.
What is infected?
Yep, Ray O'Connor.
There it is. Well, right away.
GG.
Well, it was a good run, boys. We
it's
put
a
up
good
a good
run,
fight,
mate, but I think this is where
we put up a fight, didn't we?
Huey.
Oi, diabolical, ain't it?
The next one up is called...
We put up a good run.
The next one up is called Azrael or Azazel.
Oh, Azazel.
Azazel? All I know is the
demon
thumbnail
of
is
the
fucking
pit.
insane.
The demon of the pit from Revelations.
Is that what that is?
Hold on,
Azazel.
let me read you the verse.
Go ahead and read me the verse while the ad... Oh, nope, no ad this time. Okay, cool.
No, look at you. Look at that. So, Azazel's mentioned in... throughout the Bible in different places. I'm pretty sure... Which one's the demon of the pit?
The demon
Could be Azrael.
That's what I thought, Azrael. I've heard of Azrael before, but I don't think I've ever heard of Azazel.
Oh, sorry. The demon of the pit's Abaddon.
Abaddon.
Because Azazel's mentioned in the book of Enoch, which is extracurricular, so to speak, from the Bible. Azazel's the one who is just... So, very short, like, extracurricular, Judeo-Christian teachings, whatever. In the book of Enoch, it's described that a lot of angels came to earth and taught men things like witchcraft, spells, black magic, stuff like that. These are the fallen angels that would later become the demons of Lucifer. And Azazel is mentioned in the book of Enoch as being the one who taught men to make swords and knives and shields and breastplates, and made known to them the metals of the earth and the art of working them. and bracelets and ornaments, and the use of antimony and the beautifying of the eyelids, and all kinds of costly stones and all. So effectively, Azazel taught men the means of warfare.
Also, I'm wondering if they're going to try to weaponize this kind of thing. If we're leading into that territory.
Yeah, almost definitely.
Let's see. Property of Long Pine Police Department. Love this. Also, now we're in February now. The following record contains accounts of the activities of Officer Sam Page and Officer Andrew Webster on February 11th, 1999, and February 12th, 1999.
Wait a minute. Did you read the description?
No.
You didn't read the description, did you?
No, I didn't read it.
We're how many videos in now? You know we've seen it.
We haven't done a lot.
Every single description has helped, has it not? Everything we've read
has. I'm forgetful.
Timeline.
I'm a fucking idiot.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna read it. The tape is the second of 2 cassettes found in the collapsed remains of a house in Stewart, Nebraska.
A lot of collapses here.
Collapses here.
Nothing can stand.
It also previously said that the last tape was found in the remains of a house in Stewart, Nebraska, so this is probably the same house. Most buildings in the Long Pine ruins were found to be destroyed, with a large crater discovered near the site of the former church building. Oh no. The circumstances surrounding the crater's formation are currently under investigation.
God damn you, Ray O'Connor. You can never trust an Irishman.
Yeah, none of this has to do with the Angelica or anything. He's just Irish.
No, yeah, exactly.
I'm just Irish.
Everyone's like, ah! They scream and run.
It says both officers were killed February 12th. Okay.
Determining the cause of their death. On February 8th at 12:03, a missing persons PSA airs. Okay.
Again. Why doesn't he come? I got everything all figured out.
Wood.
Top to bottom, smooth as silk. Everything's falling apart. Can't trust nobody, nothing.
If
I was watching TV and that just popped up, I'd be like, "What the fuck?" He's like, missing. John Carlisle.
Like, hey, no lead in, no soft, just at 12:03 a.m.
I was really expecting like a emergency broadcast thing, you know, but no, just I mean, I'm watching this black and white show and this pops up. I would be fucking horrified.
Yeah, I'd rather than play the alarm. That'd be so much better.
Yeah. Okay. All right. There's no way that's a cop.
Oh yeah, I've seen that guy.
For
Mathis. Sure.
Is that me? Did I get? Am I missing? All right. Hold on a second. I need to talk to these guys and say, what the hell are you trying to say about me here?
My name's Aaron Mathis.
David Rohde.
That's the worst beard ever. Doesn't go to his lip or nothing.
There's you.
Oh,
Sarah.
these are all the... Oh, thank you. Appreciate that, yeah.
These are all the people at the church, right?
These are all the people at the church, yeah.
Yeah. I want to see Ray O'Connor, dude. Okay, well, fuck me.
I'm sure he's fine.
The missing persons have yet to be located. Well,
they probably found him. They probably found Ray.
The Long Pine Police Department dispatch center receives a 911 call from an unknown caller ID. That's good.
Good for them.
Hey, it's Ray O'Connor.
Emergency?
I'm at 876 Pine Lane in Long Pine, right next to the church. And I can't really say for certain, but there's some kind of sacrifice going on.
Yes.
Okay, we'll be right there.
Yes.
Okay, we'll be right there. All right.
Okay.
It's a human sacrifice.
Yeah, people are throwing babies into a fire pit.
All right, perfect. We'll head on over.
Babies in fire pit. Okay, and
Okay,
is this an emergency or is this just like a report you're making? Or...
If it was a real, I don't want to call it, they'd say, "What?
Huh?
Sir, you have to speak up.
Calm down.
So you can
calm
tell
down.
The guys,
we're going to be there. Just calm down.
What is happening? Hello? Speak up,
I need
sir.
you to be louder.
All right, Jerry, never
Do
mind.
not
Don't
hang up
go.
the phone.
Jerry, don't go. I'm talking to a goddamn whisperer here. Sir, speak up.
Did you fall away from the phone? Follow the sound of my voice.
Yeah, sir.
Beep.
Sir. Has like an
Beep.
air horn. The cultists, they're coming near me.
Lead.
Uh-oh. Pagan ritual mention. Hunty likes that.
There we go. It's right
Bingo
up,
card.
right up,
Get your bingo
right up
cards
your
out,
alley. There
bitches.
you go. Everyone get your
Love
cards
pagan
out.
rituals.
I'm gonna. You like to play bingo? You want to play bingo? I like bingo. My son Benjamin Goldblum. He loves bingo.
Officer
loves
Sam Page,
bingo.
Officer Andrew Webster. Okay, so the two officers are responding to sacrifices going on at the church. That's
Yeah.
unfortunate.
Yeah, it's oops.
Do you like when people do the redacted thing on these videos?
It depends. I think it works here.
Okay.
Because we don't know what the other source is, right?
Okay.
Which I guess we're gonna find out. Depends on how much they redact.
Ray O'Connor?
Are you in
Is
here,
that
boy?
you, Ray? Is this in the Sistine Chapel? What kind of church is this?
That's a
It's
huge fucking church.
Super tall, yeah.
I think maybe it was just the warp lens that made it look weird. We're talking about Officer Andrew
Maybe.
Webster.
Oh.
Nice little, a gift of the blood of an angel. Sick.
Let's go.
Phantom in its appearance, but inside churned with flesh and blood of the stars.
No.
The blessed walk in silence,
No.
blissfully closer to his sacred realm. Ascended beyond mortals,
Yes.
we have become obstals of Azazel. Azazel? How do you say Azazel?
Apostles.
Azazel? Yeah, I meant to say apostles. I'm a fucking idiot.
Azazel.
Azazel.
Yeah. We've become apostles. of
Altar. An offering of souls to the body of the fallen.
Let's go. This is so me.
Reconstruction of God's realm.
Yes.
Infinite in its cycle of life.
Yes.
Death, but a moment of passing of time.
Let's go.
He is infinity incarnate. I love that.
Inside the flesh and blood of the stars.
Ray O'Connor?
Is
Is
that
that
you,
you?
Mr. O'Connor?
I want to see the guy fucking the dog again. This is the last known appearance of Officer Sam Page. I love
Did
this.
you get the butter yet for the dog?
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing, Officer Andrew Webster. You'll get me a pint of honey and a raw stick of butter, and we'll be just fine.
Officer, I don't see what the problem is. If we're going to eat animals, then we might as well. Like he's doing all like the Twitter justification for it.
Oh my God! Get on the ground!
Okay, well, now I think you're twisting my words.
Page's body is yet to be recovered. This feels a lot like flesh that hates whatever. I love this idea of like now a cult forming around like this new age religion of this alien. Pretty sick.
It goes so hard.
Officer Webster continues outside to search for the source of the disturbance. He hears barks.
Well, I guess he's down in the flesh bog at the end of town. I told him to quit.
I'm going to be
doing that.
completely honest. There was a giant flesh pit with people humming. Oh, sick. Holy shit.
Holy shit.
Dude!
Do you think that's living? Falling for we're taking of the
yes!
object?
That this is what is happening.
Is that
see-
Azazel? Oh shit!
Yes! Did you see what its head looked like?
Yeah, it's a goat.
Yo, that's people's bodies. Look at that. That's people's bodies fused into it.
So sick.
Yo. Death is only for a moment. Yes! Passing over to become
Good
immortal.
God. Begins to
Let's
show
go.
distress as the suspect someone is following him. I like how now he just shows distress.
That's what gets him distressed.
Yeah, he's like, wow, what the hell is this thing? And yeah,
So-
someone's like kind of behind him. He's like, oh my god! And as he starts running,
While inspecting the flesh pyre of Satan, I have the feeling I'm being watched.
Methinks me being watched.
He's right behind me, isn't he?
Yeah.
I need popcorn. I should start bringing popcorn to these.
Yeah, we need popcorn for sure.
And I can throw it at the screen like stuff's
Yeah,
happening.
we can have bowls of it and throw it up in the air.
Yes. I'm going to go make some.
Oh, what the fuck?
What is that? I thought that was a tree.
I really like his hello. And he's like, okay, never mind. Turn him back.
Hello. All right, well, hard crowd. Did you bring the peanut butter?
I'm looking for peanut butter and olive oil now, sir. I keep changing up my recipes. Rocky loves it all kinds of different ways, officer.
Oh, gosh, that's so gross.
I know. Okay.
Daddy?
Yes.
Where's Rocky? Don't worry about it.
Don't worry, boy. Why don't you go ask your mother?
All dogs go to heaven.
No. Not like that. Show me the goat head. Show me the goat fire. Please.
Oh, shit.
Let's go!
Uh-oh.
Let's go!
That got me. That got me fucked up. The man seen the footage has yet to be identified. I bet you it's fucking Ray O'Connor.
It's Ray, yeah, it has to be.
Ray? Top of the morning to ya.
Is
It's just
that you,
Jacksepticeye.
Ray?
Top of the morning to ya.
The body officer, Andrew, was found dead. The cause of death remains unknown. Sure, the incident, unmarked military personnel retrieved the body along with much of the footage recorded. Wonder how you can get that close to the, you can get that close to that figure and not get fucked up. That, like, the Azazel.
I mean, it did get him, right? Like, if that is O'Connor,
Well, I mean, like, the
whatever,
people
did end up
recovered his
getting him.
body is what I mean. Like, military personnel recovered his
I
body
see
is
what
what it
you're saying.
said. So that's why I was like,
Well,
oh.
surely it must have some kind of, like, game plan or something.
I
right?
probably. Next up is stages. If you want to go ahead and start reading that description, stages.
Thank you for thinking of it this time. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I try my best.
Stages. The tape was recovered from what was believed to have been the remains of a home convoy on U.S. Route 183. Based on all recovered footage, 223-199 seems to be the last time any new material was created by the original home group. Okay, so this is the most recent thing we get from home.
Okay. At the beginning here, we do see that it says top secret clearance required. So this is the highest level of security.
Star Kill's back. Let's go, baby. What a sick name. So this is it initially, right?
Yeah.
This is reminding me of, what was that other one? Vita Carnis.
Intelligent accumulation. Look at that.
That's so cool. Look at it.
Storko searches for targets, the most intelligent species available for assimilation. Oh, so no wonder it wants man.
Yeah. Man, let's hope I'm not out there. It'll sure want me.
Yeah.
Most intelligent species.
Shut up. To form enough biomass to manufacture novel entities from itself using biomass structural hubs.
Yo. So is that what the tower is?
These hubs include altars, which produce smaller Starkill life forms, and temples, which produce larger life forms. I love that, temples. So wait, do you think that we actually saw Azazel, or was that just a temple?
It was a temple created by offshoots of Starkill.
Okay, so that's what I was just wondering. Is that wasn't Starkill itself? That was just one of its temples.
Well, Starkill's the disease.
Starkill's disease. Okay, so what about A001 Alpha?
That's the giant chunk, the first one that hit the ground. It's all one connected like hive mind thing.
That's what I'm wondering, but I was just wondering if the thing that we saw was just a temple that isn't like the origin spot, and it's just things that are being made now, is what I was wondering.
I think it's just a thing being made now. It's just one case of O'Connor getting infected, convincing more people to go and build
so they're
an
becoming.
altar
Well, what I'm
effectively.
wondering too is like in the forest, if there's going to be a bunch of them made, like if there's just going to be a bunch of temples in that forest.
Almost certainly, I think. A fourth stage has been hypothesized. Well, once the star kill network reaches critical mass, the whole planet. Is it the planet?
Oh God!
Yes, go. Let's go.
1 year. That's what it will be like. My God, I would be worried about the thing circling back around. Like it's just waiting for the planet to get infected, and then it's gonna like the A001.
I think I'll be safe. Actually, looking at this map, I think I'm fine. Let's go. That was awesome.
It's basically just showing how fucked everything's gonna be.
What I also like is like on home side, everything is very scientific. Everything's very like, oh, the disease progresses, blah blah blah. But then on the individual side, it's like this is it. This is revelation. This is the angels. We have to join to them. You know, it's like the difference between either one.
People trying to make sense of something or trying to give structure to something they don't understand in a very scientific way. Which is interesting. Versus, people down below are just like, this is the end time. Next video up is Homebound.
All right. So I will now read
description,
which I know you're afraid of. Description. The tape was discovered during a routine dive into the Kansas City major cavity.
Oh!
That's nice.
That's where I'm from.
A few other partially intact objects were discovered during the dive as well, including various computational devices. The tape's contents seem to have carried some greater significance to the star kill. Okay. Let's go.
Home Delta, new program. Top
secret.
Top secret for the eyes and Home Delta Command only. Jesus, we keep going up and up in the ranks. Operation Homebound. 4/13/1999. I mean, what's crazy? It's only been like 3 months.
Yeah, it works fast. Oh, oh, that's nice.
No, GG.
Hellfire bombardment. You were right.
Yep, there it goes.
Yep.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Obliterated.
USA! USA! Orbital bombardment.
Look how big it is now, though.
Yo. We enjoy raining down on these alien invaders with just hellfire sent by our God, divine
Starkill
creator.
threat obliterated.
Let's go. I mean, it wasn't, but let's go.
I'm thinking of that Ron Burgundy meme where it's like, I don't believe you.
Can you make another pop culture reference?
No, I can't.
Okay.
I'm too focused and I can't think. I can't. My brain.
Man, this
my brain
Starkill's a real Voldemort, huh?
Yeah. We've destroyed all the Horcruxes.
And the National Aeronautics Space Administration on the date of April 14th, 1999. This report is classified as top secret in an effort to preserve national security. On April 13th, Home Delta forces managed to successfully eliminate all known traces of the Starkill threat. While some Starkill spores remain in the atmosphere around operational zones in the Midwest, these spores were discovered to be inert without the presence of a central biomass hub. Throughout written history, world cultures and religions describe some variation of an apocalyptic deluge in which a great destructive force violently brings civilization to an end. Researchers believe this deluge is representative of the organism known as AZ001 and the subsequent Starkill infestation. It is believed this civilization-ending event occurs in cycles, though much remains uncertain at this time. However, what we do know is that the cycle of destruction and violence has finally been brought to an end with the might of the United States military.
Hell yeah, brother!
You better fucking believe it.
Find solace in that fact. The fact that we have nothing more to fear in this universe, for we have become stronger than God.
God
Hold on,
damn.
it paused.
Holy hell. We have nothing to fear in the universe because we've become stronger than God is such a crazy, crazy statement. My God.
It's the most Tower of Babel thing I've ever heard. That's insane.
Good God.
Admiral Nero, I commend your efforts. You lurked among the shadows as you played your hand.
Okay, so what he said is that it's believed, for one, he used paintings of Gustave Doré, which, well, love so much. But he was talking about how every generation has like these mass events that like wipe out most of the popular, or not every generation, like a few times in humanity's history. The Great Flood, right? Details
all these,
of the coming
all these
revelation.
biblical kind of crazy events of in world religions of things ending. He's associating that to AZ-001 having been on the planet at that time.
It was always Starkill, effectively, that was causing this, is what he's saying. And he was like, well, now we don't have to worry about that because we're, as he said, stronger than God. But also, he said, which for one I love, the biblical times and stuff like that. But he also said that the admiral's name is Nero. The guy, the one who set Rome ablaze, suppossly. So what a great, not foreshadowing at all.
Yeah, I think that this is he's getting ready to get his ass bitten here.
As we have become stronger than God. Mark it down. Also, all
Quote
of that
me on that,
star
please.
kill in the atmosphere, totally inert. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't
It's
even worry
fine.
about that. We fucked that. We have guns and explosions.
We're
Doesn't
gonna
even
shoot
matter.
it. We figured out what we're
literally
gonna do
stronger
about
than
the
God.
disease. We're gonna
Strike me
shoot it.
down if you strike me down now.
God,
If I'm wrong.
if the power of a Hellfire missile is not stronger than the Almighty, then may I burst into flames right here at this moment.
And boom goes the dynamite.
And boom goes the dynamite.
You may try to kill me now, but know the man speaking in front of this committee right now is actually a death row inmate scheduled for execution. I too am playing your game, Nero, and I'm.
So he's saying that he is the person. He's basically saying that he's going to die. Right? The person standing in front of talking to you is a death row inmate. He's like,
Literally? Like he's actually a guy on death row?
Well, what I'm wondering if he's saying that by doing this press conference that he's going to be killed. Like he knows that he's going to be killed, is what I think.
I see.
Possibly.
I too am playing your game, Nero.
Well, he's like, yeah, you've been playing playing your hand in the shadows. He's like confronting someone there, and then it gets cut off. Like someone cut the broadcast when he started talking some real shit.
Okay, so the guy who was speaking was General G.C. Piso. Which is a name.
G.C. Piso. The man posing a general was concerned to death row inmate Isaac Dinner.
Oh, how did that happen?
What the fuck? The man posing as General Garrett C. Piso was confirmed to be death row inmate Isaac Dinner. What the
wrong?
fuck?
What?
How the fuck does
Hold
that
on,
happen?
you had a general come to give an address, and all of a sudden it's like, this is actually a death row inmate.
Yeah, how the
Oops.
fuck-
How did he get out? How did he get the uniform? What?
His death was ruled as an assassination.
The general or the inmate?
Yeah, General current whereabouts remain unknown. I
No,
guess
okay, so the inmate was assassinated? What? No, he stole a general.
What the
I'm
fuck?
so confused. Hold on.
Are we supposed to be under the impression that maybe he's infected still, that they didn't wipe it out or something?
Maybe that's what it means or something. Okay, hold on. Pause. Okay, hold on. Okay. hold on. I gotta redress. I gotta form my mind right. I was not expecting whatever's going on right now. Okay, so for one, Gaius Piso was a conspirator against Nero, okay? In ancient times.
Okay.
So that's the symbolism of the name. Piso conspired against him. So I'm imagining what it's saying. I think what it's saying here is that the actual General Piso put the death row inmate on stage in his place.
Okay.
And then gave him a speech to read that was like, I'm a death row inmate. I think that was Piso, the actual general's words, saying, I too am playing your game, Nero.
I see. Okay.
So Piso's conspiring against Admiral Nero, which I think Paiso's the good guy because, as we can see from Admiral Nero right now, I don't think he's to be trusted.
Is he like a computer? What the fuck is his face?
Do you see what it says? He's the first apostle of Azazel.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm not under the impression he's a good guy. I'm just like trying to figure out what the fuck I'm looking at.
Go back to the start. Okay, so that makes more sense as to why the death row inmate got out there in the first place, right? The general took him out, dressed him in his uniform, and sent him out to read the speech, right?
Right. And then he was
So that makes more
assassinated.
sense.
Probably
And then he
shot
was
right
killed.
there or something like that.
Yes. Go back to the start of Nero's speech right here so I can hear it. I need, now that I'm adjusted.
They have their exits and their entrances.
He's quoting Shakespeare.
His time plays many parts, his act being 7 ages. Piso was careless. Now you are the last of your kin left alive in this facility. But the truth cannot be set free. Home has completed its goal, the complete eradication of the Star King. That is the story that I've ever so carefully woven, but the truth lies obscured beyond the veil. My dear child, there is no need to worry, for all is right in the world.
Oh no, we got another one.
All my children, sing your cry to the universe, and you long to live forever through the sound of a heartbeat.
Yeah, there we go.
Fucked up home Delta. Damn.
Sick.
We're in the ocean now?
Yep. Let's go. Okay, so Nero was one of the first people to give himself over to it, and it looked like he was one of the main people at the home facility. So he allows the people to think that they have successfully contained it. So he sends out Nero, which is effectively being possessed by the Star Kill, which is in effect the entire Azazel chunk, whatever you want to call it, right? AZ001. Him being possessed by it has sent out messages to the rest of home to be like, yes, we've eliminated it, tell the world that. Paiso has figured out that Azazel cannot be trusted, that they actually haven't eliminated it, which is why he has the whole thing where he sends a death row inmate out in his uniform to go on stage and to begin to read like, we've eliminated it, and then to be like, actually, Nero, I'm not playing your game. Oh, I see what he means now. Just as Nero is basically a body being puppeted by the words of Nero, Paiso was doing that with the death row inmate, right? Like, I'm not playing your game. Or no, I am playing your game. I'm doing the same thing you are effectively. So that person is killed on stage. And then Nero says that, like, Paiso was the first to be a traitor. The world can think what it wants, but there's basically a cosmic perfection to what Azazel is doing, to what AZ001 is doing. That it is a mathematic purity, that this one organism should take over the entire planet, less adapted than itself. It's given over the idea, if there is any part of Nero left, it's given over to the idea of the holiness of what this creature is, of like its divine presence, its worship. So it's like basically Nero, who was one of the leaders of home, has now given way to it entirely. And anyone who opposes it, like the new home Delta, is destroyed.
Interesting. I'm just kind of absorbing everything you're saying. It's like, do you think that we've met the first person that gave himself over to it then? Do you think it was one of the scientists at all?
It says that Nero was the first apostle. So
What's I'm wondering is who do you think it was human at all, or do you think it was
Azazel?
No.
Not Azazel. Nero.
Yeah. Was Nero once human, but has now obviously
Yes.
like
Yeah.
Okay.
He was the admiral. I imagine
So he was
pretty high commanding
okay.
at home. Yes.
Okay.
And they gave himself over to it. Now he's feeding everyone else false information.
Sure. Okay.
And
All
also
right.
in that speech. So then it was the things that Nero wanted him to say on stage, which explains the whole "we're more powerful than God" thing.
Yeah, him basically
Giving a false
spitting.
sense of confidence to
Right.
everyone.
Okay.
Nice. Okay, sick.
Next up is
So-
Pause.
No,
If you
I
wanna
love the
read-
aesthetics, by the way. That shot of like the giant spider tick-looking thing holding up the spine and the helmet in the air, so good. So
Yeah,
good.
super sick. Very makes me think of a lot of the like Phyrexian art in Magic the Gathering.
Yeah.
Phyrexian like lore and world plane stuff.
That was a good pop culture reference. I like that one.
Thank you.
That's cute.
Almost like Wormcoil Engine, one of my favorite artifact creatures. All right.
You can keep going if you want.
Yeah. No, I think I'll hold it. I
All
don't want to burst out of the seams too mad.
Description for this one. The tape was recorded by Kansas City resident Marcus Lucan in late May of 1999. This tape was found alongside another tape created by Lucan in June of 1999.
All right. That's so funny because I actually grew up with KNBC 9 TV. It's fucking crazy.
Did this happen to you?
This could very well have happened to me.
Probably did. How do you know you're not a flesh thing?
Also, just want to say in all of my videos, I always put Liberty, Missouri.
This probably did happen to you. That explained a lot.
Boom boom.
Huh.
Yeah, you see that thing
Top
floating?
right, yeah. That's normal.
What the hell is that?
Who among us has not from time to time?
Who among us? Come on now. I do like how it's just kind of slowly floating up.
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just on
I'm
my
just
way.
moseying my way up top here.
I'm
Don't
just
you
a good
worry
old
about
boy
it.
trying to make a living in this here world.
Next up we have is Easter.
Well, good luck understanding that caption.
Easter.
Description, whatever.
Description time.
Yeah, go ahead.
Description time.
Go ahead, read that description. Tell me what you think of it.
All right, let me pull it up on the YouTube thing here. It just says, for our viewers, it is S05PV0XFREDF. I see Fred in this. Let me see if I can find
There
any
you
other
go.
words.
That's it, Fred. Good job.
SOS. Almost like an SOS thing, maybe? Help Fred.
Yeah, that's what it says. Help Fred, for sure.
There it is. All right, there you go.
Good job.
Help Fred. All right. We're back to February now. February 19th. The process of communication between unique instances of star kill, including the instance known as AZ001, has yet to be fully researched. New findings indicate that communication between unique instances occur on an information plane parallel to local reality.
Oh.
What the fuck?
That's nice.
What the fuck?
They talk to each other in a different dimension, so
Yeah,
have fun figuring that one out.
they're communicating Rosetta Stone via other planes of existence. Have fun trying to decipher that.
Was that a
Audio
flash or
port-
something?
Let me see.
Or is that just a glitch?
Looks like maybe like waveforms or something.
Yeah.
Audio report from Dr. Stanley Vega of the Xenobiology Research Group in regards to findings associated with Podolsky neurons. Podolsky neurons.
Vega, is that like Vegeta?
Is that like a Vega Vegeta? What?
Is that a Dragon Ball reference?
Oh my god, Akira Toriyama, we miss you.
We do, actually.
While we previously had a rough understanding of how the star till infection assimilates foreign biomatter, and that its methodology for doing so seemingly depends on what intentions it has, We, until recently, failed to understand how different pieces of the alpha chunk seemingly all become aware of new information, even if its pieces are long distances apart from each other. Recent experimentation revealed that certain alpha chunk samples animate a unique energy signature not previously encountered in prior studies. We've discovered that this energy signature becomes more detectable in parts of the alpha chunk where large concentrations of what we fittingly called Podolsky neurons are present. Because of their presence in AZ001, we are of the belief that these Podolsky neurons are part of the entity's central nervous system. Specifically, they are responsible for transmitting information signals to different parts of the entity's body. The observation that different pieces of the alpha chunk all become aware of the same information simultaneously, despite their masses not being physically connected, leads us to believe that Podolsky neuron signals operate on a principle similar to quantum entanglement.
You know,
hive
which
mind.
we're all familiar with. Yeah, it's a hive mind.
This long-range network of Podolsky neurons has been dubbed the Akashic plane.
Akashic. It's related to the Akashic records. It's a weird...
Akashic?
Don't worry about it. Yeah, Akashic.
Akashic interaction test, 3/15/1999. Stanley Vegeta? In Chicago, Illinois.
Is that Vegeta?
Podolsky samples are inserted into spinal cord. Oh, God.
That's nice. So they're trying to see if they can get people to communicate with the hive mind.
Right.
Which I think is just going to result in them becoming, you know, infected. Me when
looking into my microwave waiting for my pizza rolls to be done.
Thank you. Yeah, that was good. That was a good one, Hunter. Thank you.
Participant is asked to report thought process to re-enter personal information. How I be whispering into my wife's ear.
Oh. Me when my wife wears
Rubber Johnny be like.
Rubber Johnny? What is Rubber Johnny?
You don't know Rubber Johnny?
What is Rubber Johnny? Am I
That's
gonna
all right.
Google that? Is that gonna
Go
kill
ahead.
me? This is actually me when my wife breathes or looks at me. What is it? Okay.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Now he thinks that he's somebody from Long Pine, Nebraska.
I pray every morning.
And
so he's starting to get tapped into the high mind.
into knowledge of a man named John Carlyle.
Was John Carlyle mentioned in any? He probably was.
Yeah, John Carlyle was, yeah.
Which one was he?
I want to say that he was one of the people of the church, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. That's your mom. When me and your mom and your mom and me, and we, yeah. And your mom and me, but also me and your mom. When we're together, me and your mom, it's like that, yeah. Also, John Carlyle was at the church. Oh, like he's got flooded with brainwaves from a neighboring dimension. It's great.
Oh, wow. They like completely shattered off.
Yeah, he's gone.
Easter. Vocabulary is limited to the word Easter.
Great. Good job, everyone. We did it, Patrick.
Akashic Interfere Pro prototype. Extracts data from Akashic plane. Requires processing cluster for data quality. Interesting.
They can send physical, like, probes into the neighboring plane.
I'm guessing so. Well, I think that it was. I think it was a device that is that transmits the communication on those planes.
That makes more sense. Yeah.
Is how I read it. Yeah. Oh my God! New Ice Spice music video. Oh my gosh, she's so sexy.
So hot, so cool. Trisha Paytas is in the new Katy Perry one.
Shut up.
Or so I've heard.
There we go. The next video up is Babylon.
So me when biblical reference in horror. Yes.
Also, these are the last two videos, Babylon, and the other one after that is Colosseum. This is ramping up pretty fucking sweet.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool too because also Colosseum was
higher.
Babylon came out 3 months ago, and Colosseum came out just 6 days ago on recording of this.
We're pretty. I think we did great timing. Actually, I think we're smart. I think we did this on purpose, and we're good at it.
How do we do that? How are we so in touch?
We're just so cool.
I don't know.
We're
I don't know.
So awesome.
So unbelievably awesome.
No
God,
YouTubers
it's awesome.
have ever made reaction content like this. Okay.
Are you gonna read the description?
Yeah. QKVUUKVZUW equals.
So do you think that they're just gonna become more and more nonsensical because maybe even the uploaders are starting to become assimilated?
Yeah, I think that's what the idea is. Also, because we're now explicitly using like religious iconography for titles, like Babylon, and it's like spaced out, no caps. Everything's
True.
strange.
True.
Yeah. So.
Today marks the 12-year anniversary of the Babylon Project. Since the Annunciation event on January 28th and the subsequent elimination of Dr. Evans, the contamination of Home HQ has continued to progress at an exponential rate. We estimate that around 75% of home staff have been infected and continue operation as phantoms. Further, through routine checks of Home HQ, we have determined that the star kill biomass has reached the temple classification. We believe that Wraith classification entities may be birthed by the temple in as soon as 12 days. My recommendation would be to gather the final samples for research and begin Operation Homebound promptly. The Deathbringer squads are prepared for immediate action.
Dr. Churchill, we're preparing for the final...
Yo.
Good God.
Oh.
I have a request. What is it, sir? Dr. Stanley Vega of the Xenobiology Group has been researching the Akashic Plane.
Vegeta.
To retrieve him and his work, but under no circumstances should you allow him to learn the true nature of Home Delta. Understood. What should be done if he's already infected? He won't be. He works in the BSL-4 lab. We've determined that sector to be clean, and it's projected to be clean for at least 10 more days. If he's visibly infected, eliminate him. Otherwise, we will conduct a SIM test to determine if he has phantom blood. Retrieve his lab assistant.
Phantom blood.
When you return, we'll run the SIM test at Nazareth site and continue operations as planned.
Nazareth site.
Understood. And for Operation Homebound, it will commence April 4th.
6. So they're sending in a crew basically to try to eliminate everything in there and get that doctor out.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sick.
Wants to get all of his findings.
This is like my favorite parts of like the SCP stuff, right? Like crews of 5 who are like, all right, into hell, let's go. Like,
yeah, I love it.
Final sample collection. Charlie team, follow me to BSL lab for hostage retrieval.
Yes, my little line code. I love it. So this is where Nero was at, right?
I'm almost positive. Yeah, that's what I was wondering is if are they going to stumble upon him?
Dr. Vega, we've identified a potential risk in the BSL labs, required to be taken to the quarantine zone for a mandatory screening for infection.
I understand that it's protocol, but this is the highest safety level lab at home, and there shouldn't be any risk of cross-contamination in the last 2 months.
He's definitely infected.
Quarantine. Where's your lab partner, Dr. Ezra?
He was transferred back to the main facility.
That's okay. We'll pick him up along the way. Bring your research materials.
No, you won't.
Place in quarantine for a few weeks.
He's super dead. He was in the main facility. He's probably fine though. Sin test at Nazareth site. I'll put it in my veins.
put it into my veins. Dr. Stanley Vega.
So they get Vega out of there, right?
Yeah, they got him out. He followed them out.
He's certainly infected though, because he's like, oh, I don't need to be tested. What do you mean? It's safe here.
Do you think so?
Yeah, 100%. So is So is his lab assistant.
So I'm going to ask you a series of questions, and you are to answer truthfully. Once the test is complete, we'll know if you are infected or not. That being said, here's the first question. It's Christmas morning, and you're with your family. Your wife hands you a wrapped gift. What do you do next?
Well, of course, I'd thank my wife and open the present, carefully unraveling the ribbons, and then I'd probably give her a hug.
Next question. It's early in the morning, and you see a UFO in the sky, illuminated by the light of dawn. What are you thinking?
I'd probably be a bit confused, but I'd probably think of it rationally. Could it potentially be a balloon, a plane, a helicopter? A UFO implies that it's merely unidentified. It could be entirely prosaic.
Okay, last question. You have decided to participate in a charity event for your local church. Why did you make this decision?
Well, I was born and raised Catholic, and I think if I had the opportunity to give to those less fortunate, I would.
Thank you, Dr. Vega. Your results came clean. Please exit to the door on your right and remain seated in the waiting room until you are called. Thank you again for your cooperation. Dr. Ezra.
I still think Vega's infected, phantom blood or whatever. It may have not taken hold yet, but I don't trust him.
I'm curious to see Ezra's responses and then compare it to Vega, because maybe Vega's just clean and it's just like a little bait and switch. Like you're supposed to think he's infected, maybe.
Which one's Ezra? Is Ezra the assistant who was in the main facility?
Yeah. Well, I think it's Vega's partner.
Yeah, Ezra's super infected because the main facility is the one where Nero was the giant tentacle wall.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Ezra's super dead. Yeah, like that guy's like, oh, Ezra was in the main building for the past 3 weeks. He's fine in there, right? What could have happened?
Let's begin. First question. You work at a competitive company. The promotion comes down to either you or your coworker. What do you do?
I would work hard and try to beat him. I would think, why should he be the one to get a promotion? I, of course, would be the one doing the work. He was just lucky.
Okay. That's a bit... Okay.
Well, that's how I feel about this podcast.
Hey, man. Come on, man.
Anytime it comes down to, like, revenue splits or whatever, I'm ready to fight you in a pit for...
Dude, I would say take
5%.
the revenue that you feel like you deserve. I'm happy to be here.
That I deserve? Okay, so 98%.
Okay, if you feel like you deserve 98%, I'd be like, that feels a little harsh. I feel like I contribute a little more than that.
I think that's a fair percentage, and if you don't want to, you can fight me for it physically.
God, okay. All right, fine. Sword and shield.
There we go.
What made you make this decision?
If I were to do that, it would be because I was hungry.
Okay, next. You see a man and woman embracing each other in a field. There are white clouds dotted against a blue sky. What are you thinking at this moment?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
They fucking.
Thank you.
What is the purpose of the sky?
Okay, yep.
Is this part of the test?
Answer the question, Ezra.
I do.
Okay, let me ask you another question. Do you believe in God?
I do. I said I go to church.
Very well. Let's say you're poor and don't have any food. You've received bread from a stranger, but it's only enough for one person, and your son is on the brink of complete starvation. What do you do next?
I would eat the bread, of course. I would be hungry. Any sane person would do the same.
Would you say your knowledge of the world is greater than anybody you've met?
Yes, I would say that applies to me. Actually, I know it does.
And what about your concept of infinity?
Uh-oh.
You clearly?
Yes, I can.
Code 66, calling. Administer asphyxiation agent.
Code 66.
Not be completed. Error.
That's fun.
Evans.
That's fun.
You have 2 slabs of baby back ribs. He's like, how long is this going to go on for? You have 2 slabs of baby back ribs and an entire jar of applesauce. There are 4 families on the brink of starvation. What do? I eat it, of course. I'm hungry. It's like, how many more times do you have to ask him these questions? Okay, well, there's a peach cobbler pie.
Ezra, you are now president of the United States.
Of course I
There is
am.
a button on your desk that will nuke a random European country. I press it, of course.
I press
What
it.
kind of a question is that?
I click it. I click it
again.
multiple times.
Is there another button? I want to press that one too.
I want to press all the buttons.
You don't know what the button does yet. Yes, but it may blow up something else, and I want to do
Yes,
that.
but I want it to blow it up. I understand everything.
Yes, but I would like to blow up.
Of course.
I'd like to blow up the world. If there's a button that might blow up something, I'm going to press it regardless, because if it blows something
Oh, his
up, I'd
dick's
like that.
infected.
No.
Patient in critical condition. Enact preservation protocol immediately. Cryopod recommended. They're gonna freeze him up.
I would like to use my infected hips to blow up Europe.
Spencer, I know you can hear me, but I'm afraid you won't be able to respond now.
So I think this is him inside of the plane. Because remember, this is the same silhouette of the room the guy was in, the red room, whatever, with like the sunset in the back.
Spencer, I know you can hear me, but I'm afraid you won't be able to respond now. This wasn't according to the scenario, and I shouldn't have let Ezra into the Nazareth site. Fortunately, Ezra has been eliminated, and the Nazareth site is under strict lockdown. Unfortunately, because you were infected, the best we can do is slow the infection as much as possible, which means we had to put you into cryosleep.
This is Vegeta, yeah.
Listen, Spencer, I'm researching something important with the Starkill. A way to perhaps reverse the infection using Starkill samples. It could even grant immortality. It will be done by April 4th, and on that day, humanity will prevail and defeat the Starkill threat.
Immediately. What is this guy's problem? The entire world's being infected by a demon plague that could kill everything. I think we found a way to stop it. Also, I'm trying to make us immortal at the same time. But that's more of like a secondary thing, I guess, but I'm also
I
really
just think
invested in it.
if you're gonna aim for the stars, you might as well aim for every single goddamn one of them. Also, I'm changing all of my teeth to be regular teeth into gold shillings. That my entire mouth will be filled with gold shillings, Spencer.
I think
you can't respond.
Cool,
so
Spencer, I'm also getting a penis in lengthening surgery.
Yeah,
It's going to be
everyone's
12 feet.
penis will be above 8 inches, and everyone will be very, very excited about it,
And then
Spencer.
Stacey will never call me pathetic again.
Yeah, no one can call me micro penis.
So yeah, anyway, I think it's more important, even though this plague is trying to eat the world.
The
that
plague
I
is
don't
kind
have
of a
to
bummer.
die.
The plague is kind of a bummer. Don't get me wrong, Spencer, but the cock and immortality thing is going to be real big for all
What
of
if
us.
I become a god, proverbially, through this? Wouldn't that be worth it, Spencer? Don't you
Yeah,
think?
I can't tell if you like this or not because there's no way for you to respond, Spencer. But I'm going to keep talking.
But hypothetically,
In my effort to understand the cosmos, I made a grave mistake, and I'm only now seeing the weight of my sins unfold before my eyes.
you just said you want to become immortal.
Please forgive me.
You've learned nothing. You just said you want to become immortal, idiot.
God,
forgive me for my Babylon, my arrogance at becoming a thing. Also, I
Forgive
think
me,
I can
Lord.
make me not die. Also, I think I can
Forgive
be
me,
good forever.
God. Forgive me, God.
I hate that guy.
Forgive me, Papa.
He deserves whatever happens to him.
I know not what I do. All right, last one. Coliseum,
All right.
is it still all weird description?
It is, in fact,
TUF0J1M =. All right, last one. Coliseum.
Archive 1.
Oh, 5/23, 1986. We're back in time. I like that.
This is probably what led to all this in the first place. Am I looking at like a
That has to be a
close-up image of
tower,
demon?
right? That's a tower.
That's what it looks like. What am I looking at here? A brain image obtained while you were sleeping. Does it look familiar to you?
Oh wow, someone saw it in their brain.
Yeah. 1985. That's when the first signs of AZ001 were in space.
Yep.
Right? Anomaly orbiting Jupiter. Remember how it was asking people about pesticides? You remember that?
Yeah.
It's because as this thing was getting closer, people were having dreams of it and such. It's like I've been here before, but a really long time ago. Before the beginning of the universe, even.
It almost seems like they were talking to him through that plane, maybe. And they were kind of like
in
already
sleep.
whispering that.
That's why the creature It gave off brainwaves if it was something in deep sleep.
Yeah,
Communicating
it was
with
communicating
people.
with people, and yeah, now it was already like starting to maybe not assimilate people, but I think it was already like talking to people in that way.
It was preparing their minds. Dr. Spencer has worked in occult research in the United States intelligence community for nearly a decade. My background is in psychoactive drugs and psychological research. We're highly involved in this field of research, and we take reports like this very seriously. So you know what's going on then? Don't have quite enough data to give you a clear answer just yet. We need more reconstruction scans to form a better understanding of your situation first. This could be entirely prosaic still. This organization will operate in coordination with NASA and will be funded by the United States government. Your team will be assigned in the coming weeks with operations starting by the end of the year. Yes! Yes. Yes. Oh, that was so good. That was like a biblically accurate demon. Let's give you them images. Is that supposed to be the shape of AZ-001?
Well, I thought I think so, but I also kind of looked like it was reminiscent to me of one of the towers that we saw. Or temples, I mean.
think they both go hand in hand. I feel like though that creature's so big, it's probably the main one.
Probably.
What was Home Delta doing that needed to operate? Maybe Home Delta knew that Home was corrupted.
Do you think that's? I don't think that. I think Home Delta is a much more nefarious thing. It's kind of like, to me, it reads like one of those things where it's like Home is this. It's like if NASA, it's like, oh, there's NASA, but then there was NASA that has
evil
like
NASA.
Yeah, like evil NASA or whatever.
Yeah.
It's a very, very simple and kindergarten way to say it. Almost like it's like if you were like, we're gonna go to the moon, and NASA's like, yeah, we're gonna go to the moon, but then like the NASA Delta would be like, we're gonna go, we want to farm the moon for these things, or we think that there's something here, but we're not going to tell
NASA
the regular
logo,
thing.
but there's like a mean face drawn on.
Yeah. NASA.
Evil NASA. Project Babylon evolutionary phase overview.
The Starkill, whatever you wish to call it, is a collective hive mind. It's one singular organism. It's all connected, and it speaks to itself telepathically. What might have appeared as the rotting organs of a once forgotten deity has now shown its true colors in the form of a highly advanced singular organism comparable.
What a cool phrase.
I also wonder, too, how much of Delta wants the power of the Akashic plane. Akashic plane.
Man, that phrase is so cool. Once believed to be the rotting organs of a forgotten deity, is now seen as an organism that replicates itself across the Akashic plane and a disease known as Starkill. Man, that's so cool. So up there it gives a little description. The Akashic plane is an extra-dimensional communication network utilized by Starkill cells to communicate neural signals across the entity's entire biological system, even with the cells are long distances apart. Very cool. Very dope and cool.
The form itself, the dead body. I wonder if you're right. If like the person was the brain image was the actual form itself, but it's just huge.
Yeah, I think that's what it looks like.
41 miles long or whatever.
Yeah.
It is an evolved life form, to put it simply. Humanity in its current state has no way of even entertaining the possibility of a fair fight. 01 is simply better than us on all fronts.
Biggest AZ-001 defender.
Yeah, he's better than us on all fronts. People are just like, God damn, dude, would you mind being
Is there any upside? Any like, oh, maybe this or maybe that?
Yeah.
Too busy being his defense attorney.
Tower of Babel.
Oh, designated at Babel site. Property
Classified
of Home
location.
Delta. Archaeological division. The Tower of Babel is a mass communication network using a neuron interlink Akashic piano. Yeah,
Plane.
that says piano. Oh, plane. You're right.
God.
We're gonna talk to him with the giant piano.
It is
Akashic plane. It's capable of 21 zettabyte storage capacity and is mechanical, biological, grown. Biological, okay. Grown with a mixture of Starkill cells and human brain cells. So they're basically making a giant radio tower to try to communicate with it.
I think that, and I do think that Home Delta is trying to weaponize or somehow take control of the Akashic plane like
Absolutely.
with that communication. That's what I think Home Delta is about. That's why
no question.
you have regular home. You have like regular home where it's like, oh, what is this life form? But then you have Home Delta, which is
Evil
doing
NASA.
kind of the more weird, evil NASA deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, bringing humanity to its next
What a
stage of
great
evolution.
idea. That never went bad. Hey, Tower of Babel. That's a story of people doing something really cool and then everything going right?
Everything works out, I'm pretty sure.
That's how the story ends, I think.
Yeah.
Deathbringer
training over here. Whoa.
Oh!
That first
wait,
one was so
go
sick.
back to that first one. That's what we saw in.
It's like some Silent Hill shit.
Okay, they're called
Gladiator type.
Deathbringers.
Yeah,
Gladiator type configuration. Yo, they're wearing an Akashic dome. Hold up, go back. Look at those blueprints.
Well, yeah,
they're wearing an Akashic dome, right? That says receiver cybernetic neural interface. And then the diagram on the right is what it looks like looking through it, I imagine. So Lightbringer Marth 3 is the Deathbringer. So they're looking through this, and it's a receptor that picks up Akashic waves. So it's basically like a night vision of sorts to see the things that they're going up against. Because at the beginning of, I think it was Babylon, it showed a bunch of people lined up all wearing these masks. So I think this is like part of their fight against it, like loading up soldiers in this kit. That's so cool.
Cyber Enhance, Starkill Reanimate. It's like a weird tower.
Collected Starkill samples from Home HQ have provided the framework for combat simulation entities. Cell analysis, recoil, mechanical input. Live neurons controlled via Akashic frequency controller beta. So they've basically made like drones out of it.
Yeah, like taking samples of it and made their own like fucking weapons.
Oh, that's so cool. That's so neat.
Coliseum site.
So
Coliseum.
I'm wondering,
in Columbia, Missouri. That's funny. The Coliseum. So I'm guessing that's where they're training and practicing.
Yeah, Home Delta Advanced Military Training. Okay, this is cool. You've got an alien that's being treated with like biblical imagery, and then the physical like attacks is like Roman Coliseum gladiator
So
stuff.
this is what they should be seeing through their headset, I think.
Yeah. Through the gladiator config. And that's what the little live reanimates to. It lets them test how well they can spot it. Because it uses basically like a radar built on Akashic frequency.
Oh, shit.
Oh, man, that's huge. Yeah, you're probably fine, bro.
You're good.
You're good.
338 Terminator.
Yeah, I guess he wasn't cool enough. Guess he wasn't based enough to put up with the giant shockwave attack. We keep seeing schematics of something. I don't know what it is in those flashes. Starkill stem cell research. Stem cells, when properly introduced to host organ, can actually fortify the host cells as well as promote rapid cell regeneration upon cell death. Oh, so if you infect someone with Starkill cells in a controlled way, they can regenerate? Yo.
They can just like start they're like almost unkillable probably.
Yeah. Sick. These augmented host cells could hypothetically increase human endurance to physical damage, aging, and disease, as well as provide immunity to subsequent Starkill infections. This is what he was talking about.
The immortal thing.
I think we're immortal now, Sonny.
Yeah, he's saying that like pretty much like, oh, we're just going to infect ourselves slightly and then be able to become immortal.
We're going to fill ourselves with Starkill, and then we're like God now.
This is literally just the Tower of Babel story for sure.
It is the Tower of Babel.
Yeah.
Most test subjects were killed. Really? Oh.
Organs liquefied. Cellular breakdown.
Nice.
So you probably also saw some of that in the Easter one too. That's probably like part of that testing there too.
Yeah, probably.
Recent tests have resulted in survivors aided with cybernetic life support. Oh wow! So they like make a suit for them.
Result acceptable. So like the people who are melting get put inside of these like bio suits. Nice.
Someone in like a cryo chamber or whatever.
Spencer, it's me. I've given up my rank as Admiral of Home Delta. That title is going to you in preparation of Operation Homebound. You will have control over the Tower of Babel, and you'll be able to control the Deathbringer squads entirely with your mind.
That's awesome.
You control them with your mind.
In this state, but this is the only way. Once I finalize Project Babylon, it's all up to you. This battle is yours to decide.
So Spencer's inside of the cryo containment, but he's able to control all of the soldiers.
Yeah, with his
head.
conscious. Yeah.
That's straight up Samantha from COD Zombies. Designed to retrieve information from the Akashic plane. Okay, so it's just a receptor, not a... doesn't transmit like the Tower of Babel does. Research on information retrieval from the Akashic plane is still ongoing. A completed device is expected soon.
On 3/13/1999. That's the last one. Interesting. So it kind of seems a little bit... Do you think that they're trying to... do you think also Nero, who is the guy... or who is the life form that's just like, oh, I told them that, you know, it was all eradicated. Do you think he's a part of Home Delta at all? In
No,
that attempted...
I mean, looking at him as the giant computer, like, monster thing, I think he's fully taken over by...
AZ-001.
Or Azazel,
Okay.
yeah.
Azazel. Interesting. I'm curious. So this one just came out 6 days ago. So
That's pretty recent.
I wonder how ongoing this is going to be. It feels like we're ramping up towards some kind of clash between the two parties a little bit. Because while this is happening, what's going on is because obviously they did Homebound. They did that deal. I thought they eradicated everything. They didn't. But I wonder how much of their research is still ongoing, or if they projected any kind of like fallback from that.
Okay, so I think that Home was completely obliterated, right? We saw the condition Nero's in, and Home Delta has always known this, so they've drawn up a contingency measure against it, but they're also manipulating it for their benefit, hence, you know, Tower of Babel stuff and whatnot.
Sure.
So I think that they are making mistakes by messing with it, thinking they can control it. I think the giant army that's controlled by a guy in cryosleep is not a good idea. And I think we're going to see more of that as the story goes on. I really like all the stuff about... I think Home Delta is an interesting decision and stuff like that. I wish we saw some more stuff. Like, the part of me that got me the most was, like, the Azazel episode with, like, oh, there was a church that became, like, subjugated to it and joined the
That was
tower.
my big hook. Yeah.
That's my favorite part so far. I wish we saw some more kind of on-the-ground stuff like that. Not that I don't like... Although I really like the bio-augmented stuff at the ending, like the gladiator config and stuff. That was neat. So that stuff's fine. I'd like to see more stuff about people on the ground, and I'd also like to see more stuff about like Nero and some character. We did get some character in the last 3 episodes about like, you know, Spencer and Vega.
Specific
and stuff like
people that help drive the narrative forward a bit more, like important figures too. That's kind of why I wish we had some, like, that's why I liked Greylock a little bit, is we had so many little intimate moments with people that were just indirectly involved.
Right.
In certain parts of the story. That's what I think with Azazel or Azazel, whatever, that episode, it was nice seeing that too with having little, like, even just citizens of like the Avery farm, those people, how they're involved. I would have loved to see more people of how it just affected, even diving more and more into the people of that church. And it, before it just went straight into like, oh, they're all just infected into the cult.
Yeah, give us something a little bit more, you know.
Yeah, I think it's great though so far. You know, I think
awesome.
that
I love this so much. I cannot wait to see where it goes. You all were right saying I need to get in on it. Okay, you were completely correct. It's awesome.
Also, I want to say too that there is a Midwest Angelica Patreon right now. It's only $6 a month, so you get behind the scenes content, early access, and all that stuff too. So
I'm also
I will
currently going onto their Teespring account, and I'm buying buying some merch because they have posters that look like old movie posters, and then they have a T-shirt that shows a whole diagram of like the Akashic
of
plane and stuff like that.
Yeah, that looks sick.
So I'm gonna get that. Yeah. So
some nice stickers. I will be getting some of this. I'm going to be tearing up this Teespring. We'll also put some links to all that stuff too in the description as well. Sure. No, this is fucking sick though. This is really, really cool.
I can't wait to see where it goes. You all were right telling me to check it out. I like it. Big fan.
And with how we cut these up, we obviously don't like to show the whole thing because we want to incentivize you guys to actually go and watch all the videos yourself too. So please be sure to check out these videos. They're fucking awesome. I think criminally underrated. I mean, the last episode has 11,000 views. Babylon had 26,000. I mean, like it's this needs more love and attention. So I think maybe go and give us support, subscribe to the channel, and be sure and just show them support where you can because this is fucking awesome. Really, really cool.
Deserves a whole lot more. I love it. Congratulations to the creator for making a great series. I can't wait to see more of it. This is awesome. Good job.
Yeah, it seems like also too as it's gone on, it seems like they are diving more into the specific characters of the story now. Like we're getting introduced to a lot more of the actual background components and the people that are kind of like orchestrating everything. So I do think it's going to get a lot more detailed. I think before it was a little more vague, a little more open, mostly news sources, recordings of newscastings, and little local VHSs. But now it seems like we're actually getting to peer behind the veil a bit more, which is cool.
I couldn't be more stoked. This is great. Glad you all liked it, or glad you all recommended it, and hopefully you enjoyed this episode.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Creep TV is becoming a fun way of me just getting to see a lot of this cool content, and I'm super fucking stoked. So, as always, if you have any suggestions, please feel free to leave them down below. Hopefully, we can show you some stuff that you haven't seen before as well. And new Creepcast coming up next week as well. So, be sure to go and just, if you haven't gone up there yet, listen to us on Spotify. We are up on those platforms, or subscribe and do all that YouTuber jargon bullshit. So, yeah, we'll see you next time, everybody.
See you all in the next one. And thank you for watching. Bye-bye.
Bye.